Hello, sixth graders. So today we're going to be doing the next lesson in this topic, and it's very similar to yesterday. Yesterday, what we were doing is we had a shape that we didn't know how to find the area of, and what we did is we broke it into shapes that we do know how to find the area of, found the area of those specific shapes, and then added them together. And that's what we're going to be doing today as well. But yesterday we were just dealing with quadrilaterals, which are four-sided shapes. Today we're dealing with polygons, which polygons can have more than four straight lines as their sides. So some of these may have 6 sides, some of these may have 5 sides. It really just depends. So let's look at this first problem. All right, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-sided polygon, okay? And we don't know how to find the area of this, but what we can do is we can split it up into quadrilaterals and into rectangles that we do know how to find the area of. So if you look, the first way we could split it up, okay, is this way, by drawing a line down here and down here so that we have 3 different quadrilaterals, 3 different rectangles. The other way, we could split it up this way vertically so that we also have 3 different rectangles. Now, depending on which way we split it up, we are going to be adding different areas. However, your final area of the shape will always be the same. So we're going to do it both ways, and we're going to see what we get. So let's look at this first way. All right, I like to label my shapes like, let's say, A, B, and C. So this is going to be the area of A, B, and C. So this little area right here of A, okay, my length is 3, but what is the height or the width of A? The width of A, well, look, over here it's 5, so over here it also has to be 5. So 3 times 5 is 15 feet squared as the area of A. Now B, I'm just going to erase these real quick so I could see some more space. Okay, B, I see my length is 26, and then I want to know this width. Now, 15 is the whole entire width, so we don't want to do that. But what can we use to find what this missing width is? What dimensions can we use to help us? Well, the whole thing's 15, and this section is 5. So, to find the missing section, we could do 15 minus 5. So, the width is 10. So 26 feet times 10 feet would be 260 feet squared for B. And then C, we see that the width is 4, and there's no unknowns there. We already know what everything is. 4 times 5. The area of C would be 20 feet squared. So now what we're going to do, now we have all 3 areas, we're going to add them together. All right, so we can add 15 plus 260 plus 20, and we will get 295 feet squared as the area of this shape. Now, if we did it correctly, when we solve the area of this shape over here, doing it a different way, we should get the same exact answer. So let's find out. So again, I'm going to label them A, B, and C. All right. A, the width is 3. Length and width, this vertical dimension, it's 15 over here, so it has to be 15 over here. So 15 times 3 feet is 45 feet squared. B, okay, now this is a little trickier for B because 26 is the whole entire thing. But we just want to know this. So again, what dimensions are we given that we can use to help us find what that length of B is? Well, we know that down here is 3 and down here is 4, the ends. So 3 plus 4 is 7. And we can subtract that from 26 to figure out what this missing section is. So 26 minus 7 will give us 19. Okay, So it would be 19 times, and then again, this section, which we don't know as well, is 15 minus 5, so it will be 10. So 19 times 10 is 190 feet squared. So with area polygons, you may need to, it's almost like a riddle. You have to try to figure out how to find those missing dimensions. Everything is given, but you may need to add, you may need to subtract to find out what those actual dimensions are. And then this last one, C, we're given 15 times 4, and that is 60 feet squared. So again, if we add all of these things together, we should get 295. Let's find out. 45 plus 90, 45 plus 190 plus 60. Yep, it gives us 295 feet squared. So the area of this shape right here is 295 feet squared. Now, personally, I think it was easier to split it this way because there was less subtracting and figuring out dimensions, but we still got the same answer if we did it that way as well. So what you need to decide is what is easier for you to do. All right, so let's look at an example, another example. This shape right here, what I want you guys to do, if you're a virtual student, I want you to go up on the top of the Google slide and insert a line where you could split this up. Okay, so you can split it up two ways. You can split it up this way, all right? Or you could split it up this way. And it really doesn't matter which way you do it. I think I'm going to split it up this way. Okay, so again, once you split it up, label them A and B, or 1 and 2, or whatever helps you. So this is going to be A, this is going to be B. So A, the dimensions are given. We have 10 times 8, which would be 80 inches squared. B, we have 6, but then are we going to use 20 as this width? We are not, because 20 is the whole entire thing. So 20 is the whole thing. 8 is this remaining section. So what can we do with 20 and 8? We can subtract them. So 20 minus 8 gives you 12 for this section. And we can see that because 12 plus 8 will give you the whole thing of 20. So 12 times 6, because then we're finding area, 72 inches squared. And now what we're going to do is add them together. 80 plus 72 will give you 152 inches squared. And then this next one, again, you can split it two ways. You can split it this way, have an A and have a B, all right? Or you could split it this way and have an A and a B. Either way is fine. You will still get the same answer, but both ways you're gonna have to do some subtraction to figure out those missing things. So let's keep it like this, all right? So for A, this whole thing's 15, so we're doing 15 times this, which we do not know. However, this whole thing is 14, and this section is 8. So what can we do with 14 and 8 to find out this mini section? We can subtract, okay? So 14 minus 8 gives us 6. So this dimension is 6 feet. So to multiply, we do 15 times 6 to find the area of A, and we get 90 feet squared. Now B, the same thing. We know this dimension of 8, but we don't know what this is. But again, if you look at what we are given, so I'm just going to erase some things real quick. If you look at what we are given, this whole entire thing is 15, and this section is 9. So what can we do with 15 and 9 to figure out what this missing section is? Again, we can do some subtraction. So 15 minus 9 is 6. And that makes sense because 6 plus 9 would give you the whole thing of 15. So we have 8 times 6 for this area B to get 48 feet squared. And what you're going to do is add them together. 90 plus 48, and you'll get 138 feet squared. All right. So what we basically did, we just break up the shape. And again, if you're virtual, you're drawing that line, inserting that line to break it up. And you can even insert a text box to do the A and the B. All right. And then you're writing down the areas of each. Now, again, the dimensions of every single shape are not always given. So you need to make sure and you need to see what you need to do in order to find those missing dimensions. And most of the time, it's usually subtraction. You take a whole length and then a part of a length to figure out what the rest of that side should be. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to break up these shapes. Now, I'm going to break them up for you, actually, and then you're just going to find the areas. So what I want you to do for this shape, I gave you 3 options for breaking it up, okay? You could break it up. Now, I'll show you. This way, 1, 2, 3. You can do it like that, so to fill in A, B, and C. Or you could just do it twice and count this as one whole triangle and then this as a shape. And you'll just only fill in these 2. So depending on how many shapes you break it up into is on how many boxes you use. Okay, so it's up to you for that. Same thing with this next one. You can break it up like this and have A, B, and C. Or you can break it up like this and have A and B. Again, depending on how you break it up is how many boxes you'll fill in down here. All right, so try those 2 for me, please, and make sure, don't forget to include those units as well as you're going through those. All right, if you do have any questions, boys and girls, please let me know, and have a wonderful day. Bye.